In 2011, I was going through thyroid cancer, and coming to the garden was really something that really calmed me. It gave me something green to anchor to while I was going through chemotherapy and radiation. And then if you come up to 2014, I had breast cancer, and I was in a cohort of 8 women. And of those 8 women, the doctors were saying, "You're doing so well in managing your chemo and managing your radiation. What are you doing?" So I told them I was coming to the garden.
Green space in the city is hard to find, and it provides a lot of cultural benefits, peacefulness. It's a respite for urban communities, and if there are ways to make Green Roof safe and accessible to communities, it's just a more equitable usage of that space. This Green Roof at DePaul is really unique because it's an intensive green roof, meaning it has deep soil. It's planted with native plants. We are able to provide native habitat for pollinators. It's a great place to study plant microbial interactions in a native setting.
We are primarily an advocacy organization, so we operate as an umbrella organization, support system for the urban farms, community, school, and home gardens in the Chicago region. We also provide technical assistance and education for the urban ag communities. Our office at AUA is located in the West Loop, and probably one of the closest gardens to us is the True West.
Basically, this all came about after listening to the needs of the community. People wanted to garden, but we didn't have access to community gardens. I turned to the community that I created on True West Loop, and I basically said, here's an opportunity. We will lease you a grow pod for 1 year, for 1 season, at $100, right? We will use those funds to build and to grow this endeavor.
Sometimes people come to me and say, gosh, you must get so down, about this. I say, well, I don't have time to get down. I'm too busy fixing it.
We can no longer ignore sustainability efforts and climate crisis. We have to have a global coordinated effort to support our species and other animal species. So I encourage all people to look into sustainability and to read the science behind the climate crisis and to understand the solutions and work towards it, because our survival depends on it.
So right now we figured out grow, right? We're pretty good at growing things in vacant lots. Now we have a second garden, and that'll be the focus for our second garden, is a social aspect. So instead of taking a lettuce, tomato, and onion home, you can actually take that and put it on the community table, and a local chef getting off work could slice, dice, and make that into a meal that could be shared with the entire community, whether you're a grower or not, whether you're rich or poor. The table is open for one and all. We grow community, and our side product is vegetables and food.
I'm a Chicago native, born and raised. I love my city, and so if there's any opportunity for me to help and support the work that community members are doing, I'm all for it.
Being in neighbor space gives us that support and comfort and insurance, and knowing that we are part of a land trust that supports projects like Hermitage Garden and other gardens. They give us the support and the vote of confidence that this will always be, in perpetuity, a community garden.
One of the things that I've recognized is how much advocacy we do with community members in these spaces. We are primarily connected with community gardens when community members reach out to us because they're looking for added support and protection because there is space insecurity.
Families come not only to grow food, but these gardens are used as social centers, community centers. We also use them for performances. So in a larger context than food growing, it's a place, a green space place, where we can be benefited in the community. So we can see this in the next 50 years. We'll come back to this space and this time and see other families that are doing just what we're doing today, enjoying the garden space.
Started at the Veterans Garden in 2014, and I found out about Inglewood's Veterans Garden through Jesse Brown's VA Hospital. and they introduced it to me as a place where I could have recreational therapy. And because I'm passionate about organic eating and vegetables, I just thought it would be a perfect place for me. It's become like work experience for me, and it's getting me back to the point where I know that I could be gainfully employed again.
One of the things I have found is that by coming out here and being able to be alone with myself gives me time to really, truly take a look at issues that I've been dealing with and that I dealt with while I was in the military. It gives us a chance to gather and communicate as a community. It gives a person a chance to reach down into themselves. And I can sit and look out and see all the flowers and all the plants and see what's growing and know that, the world isn't as bad a place as I thought it was originally.